Another thing that you said right after you got reelected, I guess when you came back in January, was I think you said we're not going to be having any government shutdowns. You repeated that yesterday because we're kind of back in the same boat.
Yeah, we're not doing government shutdowns, and we're not threatening to default on the national debt.
And so there has been a debate and a vote around here on Planned Parenthood, and members of your own party, many of whom have challenged you in your integrity, are using their platforms very loudly to say the only way that bill should go forward is with the defund of Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
That's a rider. Do you think it's advisable in September?
You may have heard me say this before, but one of my favorite old Kentucky sayings is there's no education in the second kick of a mule. We've been down this path before. This is a tactic that's been tried going back to the 90s frequently by Republican majorities that always have the same ending, that the focus is on the fact that the government is shut down, not on what the underlying issue that is being protested is. So look, what Planned Parenthood is engaged in is truly outrageous. The videos are beyond disturbing. The question is, what is the best way to go forward? Now, we had an opportunity Monday of this week to put senators on record as to how they felt about going forward with a bill that would have taken that funding currently going to Planned Parenthood and used it for women's health, not a penny less for women's health under the proposal that Senator Ernst and Senator Langford were promoting. Senator Grassley is going to be investigating. As you know, he has a record as a very thorough and tough investigator, the author of the whistleblower law. We intend to continue to pursue the facts, and nobody's better at doing that than Chuck Grassley, and we'll look for other opportunities to make our voices heard on Planned Parenthood.
You also, like you said earlier, you also said no defaulting on the debt, but you've also said earlier that this would be a good chance to seek some sort of concessions. What concessions will you be seeking? Is it a dollar for dollar on spending an increase, or is it policy?
Yeah, look, I think this will create a discussion, a negotiation. That's what we do here. And both of these issues will generate a discussion about spending. And all of that will be addressed in the fall. And I'm not opposed to negotiation. I would remind you, when I was the leader of the minority, Joe Biden and I did 3 different deals together. So we'll talk about it, and we'll try to figure out what the way forward is.
Senator Ted Cruz has been somewhat of a thorn in your side when it comes to these bigger negotiations, these bigger issues. How do you plan on dealing with him when it comes to government funding, when it comes to the debt ceiling, when he said that he's going to use all procedural means possible to get at his specific priorities?
Well, you know, for any of our members, there are a lot of procedural tools available to slow things down. And they've been used frequently, and we've worked our way through every one of them. And we've worked our way through it on the highway bill. We worked our way through it on the Justice for Victims of Trafficking bill. It's easy for any senator to make it more difficult to pass bills. It's routine around here, which is why the Senate doesn't do things as quickly as the House. But we've been able to surmount those kinds of challenges all year long that have been thrown out by one senator or another on one side or another, and we still have an extraordinary record of accomplishment, and we have a lot more left to do.
President, regardless of what procedural tactics Senator Cruz and others try to pursue here, do you think you have the votes today to pass a bill to fund the government past September without language defunding Planned Parenthood?
You all keep trying, don't you? I don't blame you. It's your job. Yeah, we'll fund the government. I can't tell you what will finally end up in or out of any government funding resolution. I can tell you without fear of contradiction, there will be no government shutdown.